This has nothing to do with you. It's all about me not making an ass out of myself. And for those graphic designers like infographics, I kind of scouted this out for you guys. Who's here today? Raise your hand. We designed Burgatory, a little burger joint, and I'm going to talk about that today. The branding process right now, we have a graph here talking about our processes, what we call it's intuitive branding, which we don't use a lot of this, all right? And then hopefully all of our stuff doesn't come out up here, and that's pointing to his butt, not his genitalia, but it goes into the gut. And the first thing we do is come up with a name, and these are a few that we came up with: Pickle Tickles, Burger Buddies, Meat Locker, which Colonel Mustard, which I don't know why that's gross, but it just seems like it's gross. But it begs the question: are we naming an eatery or a sex club? And this is our process to whittle it down. The meat 16. You can kind of see here the slow burger and B2, and it starts kind of going around here. And,
Drunken heifer.
Yeah, drunken heifer. That's a good one. Bovines, right? And it went down to Burgatory and B-Lux, and the client wasn't so hot on Burgatory because he's too religious, too offensive, and too themey. And he liked B-Lux because it wasn't religious, not offensive, and not themey. So what we did is we called it Burgatory. Here are a few of our logos. You see here we have kind of flaming animals on fire, and some that are actually cut in half. And I like this one. This guy's dead and kind of levitating. But ended up being this. It's sort of the beak. Get it? Burgatory? The flames in the... And then there was no of this kind of Gregorian chant typography that'd be oversticking it, so we wanted something simple. We wanted a tagline pretty close to heaven, but that was a little too amorphic, so we needed to get a little bit more specific, handcrafted beers, and then it went on that one slide. So our strategy is if you have a good stick, work the stick with a stick, but never overstick the stick. So Burgatory, we weren't doing any of this Michelangelo God stuff. That's dope. And no angels. Now our strategy was very mathematical, in which the whole brand is based on flow charts, mixed fonts, minus Fridays times the comic stylings of PG Martrin, divided by unnecessary graphics, information graphics, and in here we have, little retro quiche, and Father Guido Sarducci and Dimitri kind of makes this stuff. Honor thy burger, thy mother, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's shake, and feel free if you don't think about it. So you can see it's a very strategic approach to branding, and it all adds up to make. I think using all 20 slides for content is bullshit. So, I'm looking at you, Rick Nesbitt. Where are you? You need all 20, I don't. So we're just going to be quiet for a moment. I'm taking some of the materials that are found within the restaurant and applying to something like a menu. A menu is not a menu, but it's a conversation with the potential customer. So we have kind of this leather thing and this thing here. Hey! Our mantra too is let's sweat the small stuff. So let's design things like just tape that goes on takeout bags, and what do check presenters look like, table things like that. Where let's put our money into those irrelevant things as opposed to a large billboard. Even the bag. On the 8th day, God created a burger. If you don't know how to take food out, you can always refer to the bag. And if you take some of the food before you get home, don't worry. Blame it on old lady with munchies. Hey, this is what I like, t-shirts. And these are some that didn't make the cut. Apparently, having human organs on product isn't very good. And then, you know, the flaming, McDonald's. I thought this is pretty cool. Maybe we can resurrect this, the beans for Burgatory. And it wouldn't be a restaurant unless you had some sort of online presence. Didn't have a budget or time to do anything really extensive, so we used WordPress. And doing things like just directions on a map. Why not make it, instead of a smaller thing, make it the huge thing of the page, you know? And then we were able to start designing some of the actual facilities. We moved into the hockey arena and up in Robinson. I like this shot. This guy's like transfixed looking at our logo. I don't know what the deal is. We got to design actually lighting sconces, which was pretty fun. So I'm ending with this.